Knit, knit all day, I'm gonna knit my blues away. Well, if I'm feeling low, I knit a row, 'cause a fella needs his knitting just to ease his soul. Well, hello, King Cole was a merry old soul. Whenever he was feeling down, he called for his needles and he called for his wool, and he knitted himself a crown. Why, baby, ring-a-ring-a-roses, a pocket full of posies. Knit one, purl one, we're gonna knit right now. Everybody's gonna knit. Now listen to me. You're all gonna need 24 1-ounce balls of purple wool. You're gonna need 14-inch number 10 size knitting needles, all right? All right. Then you take one needle in your right hand, and you take the other needle in your left hand. You're all gonna knit a T-cozy, all right? All right, now here we go. Now you listen. You insert the right hand needle from the back to the front.
Hi, everybody.
On the left hand needle,
Hey, Linda. I think I saw Lisa. And hi, everybody. I don't know your names. Get this all here. There we go. Hello. Look, I finished my Espen headband. So, but trying to get the music turned off here. There we go. Alrighty. So, oh goodness. I think I'm having the same issue that Lorna did, where it's showing a bunch of people, but there's not actually that many people in there. I'm showing 18 people in here. Is 19. Is there actually 19 people in here? 20, 21. Show again. Show what again? The hat, or I mean the headband. Here. See? Ain't it pretty? I didn't block it. I literally cast it off 30 minutes ago, maybe. You saw Lorna's? Hi, yes, I saw you, Wolfkeeper, on Lorna's. So, this is the Espen. This is just the headband, not the full hat. From Varian Brandon. So, let's pull the hair back out of the way here. Lorna, the poor thing, was having such a hard time. And, yeah, it's Varian Brandon's. Let me bring it up here and I will show you guys. Yeah, I haven't even updated it. My goodness. I hope I don't have the same problems here. So, turn this around here. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so Varian Brandon Espen. ESPEN. Yeah, I think I might have some trolls too. And I'm happy to keep blocking. I blocked a bunch earlier today, and I'm happy to block again. So take a screenshot if you want. This is the headband I'm wearing is just that first band part of the hat. And the instructions are in there to do it as a headband or a hat. So that's just a yarn. You're just, I thought you were halfway done. Oh my gosh, lady. Okay, so, yeah, here's mine. I haven't finished updating it. You didn't like the other colors? That's a bummer. What else do I have under projects today? Nothing new to update. All right. Come back on this side. Still working on yours. Hey, you know what? Progress is good. Progress, progress, progress. My hair is all sorts of fluffy today. Don't you love it? I woke up with an afro this morning, I swear. Let's see here. Get this back down here. I don't like having to hold the phone. But I have a whole contraption where I have to set it up and hope it doesn't fall over, and there we go. All right, so a few things I am going to update everyone on. That way, if more people are trying to get in, they have time. Look, I'm doing beads on my knit-along shawl. So this is still not available yet. You can buy it, but the pattern is not actually there. It starts on the 28th. You go to my group on Ravelry. And of course now I've covered it all up. Let's see here if I can redo this. So my Ravelry group right there, AnnaHersey Designs. You can see more stuff on this. And then the Jewel of the Night is the name of the pattern. If you want to join the knit along, it starts on the 28th. Then on my website, so let me go back to this side here. So my website here, you go to the, where's my mouse? You go to the 2000 Stitches link or tab, brings you to this page here. And right here, you can buy tickets to win the basket of stuff. Now, it's $1 a ticket, but the minimum is a 5 ticket purchase. Right now, we have 1 skein of yarn in there. This is Malabrigo Merino Silky, or Silky Merino, sorry. And it's 51% silk, 49% merino wool. So you have a chance to win this. And the more people that buy tickets, the bigger the basket gets. So it starts off with one thing that I put in there, and then the more tickets that are bought, the more. Hi, Varian. Look, I finished. The website again. Right there at the bottom. You missed the ticket thing. Okay, so you go to my website here. You go to the 2000 Stitches tab, and then you, the far right-hand side, or the very bottom if you're doing it from your phone, is the tickets. $5 minimum, because I have to cover my shipping. Right now, it's just 1 skein, Malabrigo, Silky Merino. There's 150 yards in here. It's pretty purple. That is almost true color purple here. So, almost true. And so the more tickets that are bought from people, the more stuff goes into the winning. And then it ends at the end of each month. It ends at the end of each month. So if there's 30 days, then it ends on the 30th. 31, it ends on the 31st. Then you got to give me a couple days to tally everyone up and then draw the number. Then the winner will be posted on the website. I'm pointing because you guys can see my computer screen, right? So the winner will be posted on the website. I will also announce it on Periscope. And I will also post it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So you have all the information is in there to see who win. Sorry, why are people sharing? That's not me. Thank you for inviting followers, Lisa. So does anyone have any questions about the giveaway on the monthly giveaway, not the Tuesday stuff? The monthly stuff from the website. Okay, so either you have a really long question or... Oh, sorry. Choking on my Kool-Aid. I actually have issues with that. So today, we're going to give away some stitch markers. So this is just a regular set of stitch markers. You have my cute little... I can't see what I'm showing here. My cute little logo there on the main one. And then you have the 4 additional. And these are a metal. They're aluminum. They're super light. And I'm actually showing them on a size 2 needle. I've used this style on up to a size 6, but I would recommend size 5 or less. So I'll show you here again. It says 2,000 stitches with my little heart and whatnot. I don't have a big picture of that sitting right here. Well, any of my business cards, I should say. They're the old ones. I need to get new business cards because I have lots of new information to add to them. But yeah, so stitch markers is what we're giving away today. We have, it looks like 12 people in here. So here's my blank paper. See, nothing written on it. So we're going to go 1 through 12. If my pen works. It doesn't want to work. Let's get a new one. Does this one work? Yep, that one works. 1 through 12. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I have my number. So, to win the stitch markers, guess a number 1 through 12. Nope, not 6. Not 3, not 9, not 5. Not 9. Not 2. Not 7. 4. Yes, Lisa. Lisa wins it. 4 was the number. Congratulations. Yay. Number 4. Yay, Lisa. All right, Lisa, I believe I have your address, so you won't have to send me a message. I will get those in the mail probably later this week, if not possibly next week. I don't know when I'm leaving the house again, other than taking kids to school. But yay, Lisa. Cute little logo there. Earlier today, so my ball winder has been acting up for a while now, and I've fiddled with it, tried fixing it, got to the point of ask the husband, please help. Yeah, he wasn't able to fix it. So today when I was trying to wind some fingering weight yarn, yes, more purple because purple's awesome, it won't wind at all. Those of you that follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook can see the video. I'm cranking it. There's no tension at all. Cranking. It's not turning at all. It's making this lovely grinding sound. Thank you. It's actually from Knit Picks, and I think the colorway was Goddess. Oh, you're talking about the traveling socks. So, I have a new book that I hope for the next go about, where'd it go? Live Your Life. I thought this would be fun for a set of traveling socks. Wouldn't that be cute? I have an obsession with these little notebook things. I have a lot of them. Lots and lots of little notebooks all over the place. This one's cute. It has a little magnet on it to keep it closed. And another little peacock inside. I went to the Series Yarn Winder, like, hold 500. Crazy. The ones that hold a lot are really expensive. And the one I had is just the Knit Picks one. I bought it 2 years ago, I think. And it came in a bundle. It was the Swift, the ball winder, yardage counter, and then a scale. And it was a nice little kit. Great for, first time, whatnot. It was when I was just starting to really get into all these fancy yarns that come in skeins and not balls that, you know, not cheap stuff like this, where it's already in a ball that you can easily use. And it's done me good for, 2 years, but it went kaput. Yeah, it was worth it. At Michael's, Swifts are well worth the money. I originally, the first skein that I bought, I put it on the back of 2 chairs, so the back of the chair would stick up, and so it went around the 2 posts, and I sat there and did it by hand. And that's back when I refused to work with anything smaller than a worsted weight. So, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. Oh, you love winding by hand. Oh, I can't. It hurts my wrists. But that's fingering weight. That's a huge ball. I can look up, see how much yardage it was real quick. Varian left and came back, or is having trouble. At least she came back. Let's see here. Finger. It needs to be wound. It's fingering 400 yards. It's crazy when you have the fingering weight. It's just massive. 357. That doesn't seem right. Where is it? I know it's that brand. There. That one. Yeah, 357 yards on this one. So I have enough to make 1 sock. Lisa, a lot of yarn shops will offer to wind your yarn for you into the cakes like this, so you don't have to do it by hand. Yeah. I looked at Amazon, and they're still on the expensive side for a new one. Those were gifted ones. Okay. If you know where they got them, you might be able to take them to that store and say, "Hey, my friend bought this for me. Can you wind it for me?" Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is Michael's and Joann's, and using a coupon. So that'll take it down to $20. So I can handle that. I think I can. I want to get an electric one, but that's really expensive. So I don't think I have too much else that I can show you that's going on. I recently finished a cowl. I guess I could have showed you that. I'm finishing up the tech edits on the pattern, and that should be going up soon. It's a Mobius style, and it's got just a little bit of lace weight in it, or not lace weight, lace patterning in it, but it's mostly just a knit purl design, and it's a cancer awareness cowl, so it's got little ribbons and hearts on it. Electric control. It's not. Oh, see. The one I want is $300-400 for the electric one. What kind of straight needles do I use? Almost none. I almost guaranteed to use a cable needle for everything. When I do use straight needles, I have lots of random. These particular ones are clovers. I have knit picks, wood. I have metal. I recently bought Knitter's Pride, and I haven't even taken them out of the package to see what they feel like. I honestly think I might end up returning them. The Bryce. I haven't heard of that one. Would you make someone in terms of crocheting? So you're learning still, and you want to know if knitting or crocheting is easier, or are you leaving, Lisa? Who's leaving? Why are we saying bye? I missed something. Oh, there's Hope. Hi, Hope. That's actually part of the name of the Mobius cow that I just wrote. Oh, okay. Have fun with the granddaughter. We'll see you later. So yes. Crocheting not. So crocheting, I learned how to do when I was like 7. And I've taught people several times, and it ends up just being a huge giggle fest because it's hilarious watching. And but with crochet, you just have to get a rhythm, and I would say a quiet place where you can think, because it's like, okay, insert hook, pull out 1, loop through 2, loop through 2, and then, you know, wrapping it. And there's a lot of steps that you have to remember. With knitting, it's just pull up a loop, pull up a loop, pull up a loop. Again, you really need to kind of set up a good place to try for the first time. This hilarious little mess is the first item that I knitted, and I tried all sorts of stuff, and I sucked at all of it. There's the inside, you can see. Barian's probably laughing so hard with my wannabe stranded. But I'm pretty proud of it for a first go. My son put his away, so I don't have it handy, but I just taught him how to do the purl stitch. So he's been doing just the knit stitch for a while. And the other day I taught him how to do the purl stitch, so he can do knit and purl now, and he's doing fantastic. I shared a photo on Instagram to watch, but my phone is... everyone's having issues with Periscope or their phones today, my goodness. So, yeah, YouTube is a great thing to do. I sat with a book. I watched some YouTube videos, and it's like, okay, I got the idea for a left-handed person. Ooh, I've actually been trying to teach myself to knit left-handed just for that purpose. I would look up videos on YouTube, and I could probably even find one here. Let's go to YouTube. And let's see if knit. I have one lady that she has great videos left. Hers are all right-handed. You have a good day too. Thank you for playing. Okay, here we go. So yeah, there's a bunch. Just type in left-handed knitting, and there's a bunch of little videos that you can easily find. Find a quiet place, watch the videos, watch them 100 times if that's what it takes, and then sit there with your needles and just give it a go. When I was first learning, I was learning on a metal needle, and I had issues with my stitches slipping off without me wanting them to slip off, and I switched to a bamboo or wood, and it didn't slip as much. how long did it take you to get knitting? Too long. Way too long. But when I finally started doing it, I picked it up and ran with it. As soon as I get the hang of something, I usually get everything else very quick. The other day I decided I need to learn how to do cables. 2 days later, okay, I need to learn how to do beads. And I did them. But the actual initial start learning how to knit and learning how to purl, years. I kid you not, years. I think you just need to get yes, that's what it takes, is just getting serious about it. I wanted to learn because I thought it looked pretty. I thought it was, looked prettier than crocheting, but I knew how to crochet and I could do that quickly. So, the only thing I know how to do is a cube. It doesn't help knitting, no. Rubik's Cube doesn't help, except for when you're frustrated from knitting. Yeah. So is what I did is, for years, I was like, I want to learn how to knit, and I'd pick it up and I'd try, and I'd fail. Now, 2 of my problems were metal needles and 100% acrylic yarn. They don't mix well at all. If you're really serious about learning how to knit, I would recommend going and buy yourself a skein of wool, 100% wool, something you like. Literally. So get something you like, something soft that you really makes you want to finish. I've been trying with metal needles. Do you have issues with the way that your yarn slips? Does it grab too much? Does it slip right off? Or is it just you're too frustrated? I have good yarn. What weight do you think? I started with a worsted weight. If it slips right off, switch to a wood needle, or a wood or bamboo. So clover is one of the cheapest needles that you can get that are bamboo. Yeah, worsted is a good weight to start with because it's kind of that in-between size. And you feel like you're going to get somewhere. If you started with fingering weight or lace weight, you're going to hate yourself because you're going to knit 10 rows and you've only done this much. A worsted weight, you can knit 10 rows and you can see a good chunk. You feel like you're making progress. And I know a lot of people get discouraged, myself included. Woo! Falling. The phone, not me. A lot of people will get discouraged if they don't feel like they're moving. If the progress isn't showing, then my toddler fell asleep. What weight would be good for a beanie? Beanies are mostly a worsted weight. Mostly. And the rim is knitted on a size 6 needle, and then the body of the hat is on a size 8. This was 100% cotton, which I don't recommend trying to learn on, but it's worsted weight, and it was size 8 needles. It was a mistake to try that way. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I have a bunch of stuff behind me. Here's a prime example of picking what you knit with. So this is a baby hat that I'll finish one day out of hand spun yarn. So it's a thick and thin bit. Okay, yeah, go right ahead and message me. You're determined. That's awesome, because that's the only way for me to learn was to be determined. So I started knitting this little baby hat with a hand spun, and you see how some of the spots there are really thin and really thick. but I have a thicker needle, and I use metal because I need it to slip now. When I first was learning, I needed my needles to help grab. Projects that get started and not finished, that's a rim of a hat. And this was an Aran weight yarn. So it can be done with whatever weight you choose, but I would recommend a worsted just because it's the easiest to work with, to find a pattern. Tin Can Knits has a very nice basic pattern with multiple sizes. Any other questions? I know one of you is going to message me. You're both more than welcome to message me. And where'd my notebook go? What's the difference between Aran and worsted? Not much. There's really not too much difference between an Aran and a worsted, but it's that middle size between a worsted and a heavyweight. So for those of you that want to, would like actual visual help with knitting and having someone working with you, what's my favorite project that you have worked with? If I could only pick one, oh gosh, I honestly couldn't. I don't think I could pick one. The first scarf that I ever knitted, okay, Missy, have a good day. Real quick, those of you that want video help, Google Hangouts, Anna Stitches. Z, you like socks if you only had one project to knit? Hi, So Not Perfect. I've seen you before, but I think you're new on my scopes. Maybe. I don't know. My notepad's not over here. Or that notepad. But yeah, so if you want an actual person to talk to, you can do the video call on Google Hangouts, and if I'm available, I will answer and help you out. You could message me pretty much anywhere. Instagram comes straight to my phone, so I'm usually pretty quick about responding. And here, there you go. Email goes straight to my phone, so I'm pretty quick there. Posted when you're supposed to mail the socks again. These socks, so some of them haven't even had their initial mail out. Some of them haven't even gotten to the first person yet. We're shooting for next Tuesday that everyone has received the first pair and ready to send them out again. Wolfkeeper, you must be having issues. Yeah. Yeah, see, blame Linda. Linda's one of them. She's not the only one, though. I don't remember who was getting Amber's socks, but I think Amber's were out. Let's look here. Yeah. Hopefully we can all be on track after this one. Let's see here. Amber's went to Lisa. So I think Lisa logged out already. Yeah, right. I started knitting on, do you know, finger weave. Yes, I even taught my daughter. I do lots and lots of crafting stuff. Basically, if it's crafty, I do it. I do beadwork. I've got earrings that I've made intricate little bead patterns and lots of stuff. I make things from duct tape here. See, duct tape. And my knitting sock's not at this very current second, but I have some that I'll be working on today. I even wrote 2 sock patterns already. I have a couple up here, you know, they haven't made it onto paper yet. But I don't know if there's any, the basic part of, weaving. Again, I would recommend just going on YouTube and searching videos and just running with the videos on everything. But I would pick one craft at a time to try and master, because if you try and do too many, you're going to kind of mix up your instructions. So you're going to think you're knitting, but you need to pull up 2 loops, or you need to wrap your yarn or something, when that's actually instructions for crochet. So you don't want to have too much going on in your brain with learning the new stuff. That way you don't mix it up. Be horrible at all. Yeah, instead of good at one. It takes time. It does. I learned how to crochet when I was 7. And I played off and on with it for years and years and years. And I still don't think I'm the best. I do put out some good products with it, but just overall length, screw needles. Depends on what you're making. Baby hats, size 12. Regular adult size hats, size 16. Mobius, size 40. Things like shawls, a 32. It really depends. Socks, I use a 32 inch. If you were going to do 2 at a time on your socks, I would say go for the 40 inch. But they make them even bigger. It just kind of depends on how much wire you want hanging out. I don't have any sitting right here. But yeah, it all depends on how much wire you want sitting out. Let's see here. With things like a sweater, you'd want a longer one. You're welcome. Yeah, it all depends on what you're doing. You can even get a 9 inch for socks, which I have and I love. But for someone that is with new to knitting, for what are you trying to make? It's a purple heart. Someone's trying to do something. And instead I got a heart. Hey, look, another one. Everything. Well, with something like I would recommend just getting a 32 inch and yeah, new people are so fun. Yay, more hearts. I would recommend just getting a 32 inch then, because with a 32 inch you can use the magic loop method for the stuff that it's too long for. So socks, you can do the magic loop. Hats, you can do the magic loop. Yeah, I would go with a 32 as for kind of a general, it will cover most things, but not everything. Addies are great, especially if you're okay with how quick they slip. Like I was saying earlier, with a wood, you actually have a little bit of friction. With Addies, they have very little friction. And he's back. Are you having connection issues? What's your name, Wolfkeeper? Gonna write that down here. John, your iPad is acting up. Well, that's no fun. Well, thank you for watching me, John. It's so nice to have new people, and even men. My husband, he watches me knit, and I swear he's got to know how to knit by now. But he refuses to pick up needles and try. My son, though, he's 9, and he knits and purls. I'm so proud of him. It made me so happy when he picked up purling. He does it kind of funky, but whatever you need to do, you know, you don't have to do it perfect. You know, you don't have to hold your yarn perfect to get started. You can learn technique later, you know, just get down what the understanding is of how the yarn goes. Knitters are so helpful and fun. It's even better when we're local because then we have some yarn. Oh goodness. Yeah, I've given away quite a bit of yarn to people learning how to knit and crochet as well. But. So I think I'm gonna go. Have you ever knitted with? My dad wants me to, but it wasn't. He doesn't want it gutted. Tried to teach my daughter, but she is left-handed and it's hard to teach. Did you try sitting next to her or across from her? I have plenty of cord, but don't know how paracord is. My dad wants me to make him a paracord hat. And both. Is it Z? Maybe, is it just she's having a hard time learning with you? Would she do better with somebody else? Or is it just a hard time picking it up? My daughter wants to learn so bad. And she can't pick it up. She tries and tries and tries. And she'll sit there and watch. And she's being patient and learning. And then she sits down and she does an extra wrap or something each time. And she knits a row and ends up with double the amount of stitches. John, the paracord would be tough to knit with because it's so stiff. If you gut it, yes, it would be a little bit easier. I had one made 1,000 feet. Takes 300. Yeah, if you do it gutted, it would be easier to work with, and you'd probably want metal needles to work with that just because it might grab onto wood a little too much. But I'd honestly first, I'm not sure, put her on YouTube. Let her take a break for, sit down with her and do it for like 30 minutes or something, and then let her take a break for an hour or whatever, and then come back and try again. And between the breaks and, the short spouts, she might pick it up. Or next time we meet up, bring her with us and maybe I can help. Like I said, I'm trying to teach myself left-handed. I'm not fabulous at it yet. It's interesting. Start small, then work up, yes. Instead of taking on the world at once. Correct. With teaching yourself how to knit and crochet, pick one, because the patterns and everything and learning all the shorthand can be very confusing, and then you start mixing everything and then you confuse yourself that much more. Start off with something like a worsted weight, something you like that's soft, and preferably like a wool, because acrylic sticks to the needles far too much and is really a pain in the butt to knit. Cotton has no give, so when you're trying to pull up a stitch and then knit into the next one, it has no give, so it becomes very tough and you fight it the whole way. With wood needles, or bamboo, it has a little bit of friction to it, so your stitches aren't going to just fall off like they would on a metal. pick something simple, but something you're going to want to finish. I've been crocheting years, knitting baffles. That was my problem too. I crocheted for years and just knitting wouldn't stick. And then finally one day I bought yarn that I absolutely loved. It looked horrible crocheted, so I had forced myself to learn how to knit. Long story short, and I love knitting now. So I enjoy knitting a lot more than I enjoy crochet now. The rhythm is a lot easier, and I can knit without looking at the actual project. So I could sit here and talk to someone and not have to look down and knit like this. I can talk and knit and look at. I'm going to assume that means determined. It looked like it said demented. And now my battery's going to die. Alright, so I have to get off now because my battery's going to die and I don't have a charger over here. You guys are more than welcome to send me a message. My favorite person for videos is Knit Pearl Hunter on YouTube. She's great for trying to learn. You're welcome. Go to my website and you can win some awesome silky merino from Malabrigo in this beautiful purple shade. You're welcome. Lisa, I know you're not on, but maybe if you watch replay, I will get your markers in the mail as soon as I can. Those of you that are a little more advanced, not recommended for a new person, there's my knit along. My website is AnnaHerseyKnits.com. That one there at the bottom. So there's all the information again. Knit Pearl Hunter. She's great for knitting videos. So if you go to my website here and then go to the 2000 Stitches tab, you'll see the picture of the yarn. And like I was saying earlier, the more tickets that are bought, the bigger the prize will get. So like I'll add in stitch markers, I'll add in more yarn, I'll add in patterns. There'll be lots of fun stuff. So go buy a ticket, win yourself some awesome silky merino yarn, and who knows what else will be added. Who knows, I'll throw in a half-finished project. You can finish it. No, I'm not that mean. But yes, have fun, enjoy knitting. Message me if you need any help. I'm happy to help, and you know, I'll do my best to make sure everyone gets to stitching happy. It's a lot of fun. Don't frustrate yourself. If you get frustrated, take a nap, a break, go get a snack, go have a drink, go have an adult drink. That won't help you knit. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.